Good evening, folks. John Pettypaw. I want to welcome you all back on evening, late afternoon. It's 10 minutes before 6 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday, the 24th day of November. Welcome back, all you wonderful viewers across all the YouTube land and what you call those computer machines, the internet. This is my Thanksgiving USA 2020 video. Thanksgiving USA. My beloved, our blessed beloved United States of America. And this has been a year with many things happen. Some things not good, some things good. But that's life. You take the good with the bad. And I can't do a video on Thanksgiving without, first of all, talking turkey. Ever heard an expression? I know somebody he said, we're going to talk turkey here. So anyway, there's a wonderful gentleman from Glace Bay, Nova Scotia, great guy, always sends me the most interesting stuff. He sends me that every evening. A lady's in the supermarket. She's in the supermarket and she's looking over all the turkeys in the display case, and she has quite a crew coming over. Grandkids and in-laws, outlaws, the whole gang. So she says to the young guy, well, do these turkeys get any bigger? And with a straight face, I can't even say it without smiling, he looks at her and says, no, ma'am, they're dead. They're not going to get any bigger. Well, it's true. He said, no, ma'am, they're dead. They're not going to grow any bigger. But she meant were they any bigger size ones in the back shop or another showcase in the store, but meat department, turkey, poultry department. But I thought that was pretty good. They're not going to get any bigger. Now, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving here, this is my recent Bits and Pieces booklet here. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is one day that's purely American. Thanksgiving is one day that's purely American. Now, it's Thanksgiving in Canada, but it's unique to North America. We give thanks to God, our Savior and Redeemer, and for all the good things happen. We can't focus on the negative. There's lots of people in the world will take and wallow in bad news, and we can't have that. We don't wear rose-colored glasses, but we can't spend our time God's given us all on earth to wallow in bad news. It's just not good. So Thanksgiving, that is the most American of holidays. Most American holidays. And there's one other thing here. It's not on Thanksgiving, but in a sense it is. And I have it underlined, and I'm going to use it. Okay? One other is Thanksgiving. I'm going to go to the third one and say, Thanksgiving Day is a good day to recommit our energies to giving thanks and just giving. I'm going to focus on that one. Thanksgiving, see it right here, folks. Thanksgiving is a good day, a great day to recommit to giving thanks and just giving. There's great joy in giving. There's a very wealthy lady in Britain. She immigrated to Britain from, I think, New Zealand. Australia, I'm pretty certain it was New Zealand. And she did very well with her technology company. And she was being interviewed one time, and she said, it's a proven fact that when you give, it makes you feel good. It's nice to give. And I said, better to give than receive, and there's a lot of truth in that. So the 2 points I made on Thanksgiving already. This is the other one. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I'll try again tomorrow. And that is how true. Courage doesn't always roar. It's right here with the red on it. Courage doesn't always roar, like roar, hear those lions roar. It's a quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I'll try again tomorrow. Now, something's in the back of all our mind is, of course, the coronavirus. The biological warfare, germ warfare that was inflicted upon us, including our own people, the ruthless Communist Party of China. Now, I had said, and I had great faith in the large U.S. pharmaceutical companies. And Pfizer's come out in the last week with one. I think it's Regeneron is the second one. And the third one is this wonderful company here. And they are AstraZeneca. This is yesterday's news from Monday the 23rd, but it's in today's paper, Tuesday the 24th. AstraZeneca, and they have good results for 99 to 5% of the people. So we've had 1, 2, 3. Ou de trois, as we say in French, 3 good news items, okay? Pfizer. Next one, I believe, was Regeneron. And then AstraZeneca. And that is good news. That's something to give thanks for. Yes, it's coronavirus, but it gives thanks. There's hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel. It's what we say, ring your bell moment. Ring your bell moment. It's a cause for optimism. Now, I'm going to introduce you. I was talking turkey Thanksgiving, but I'm going to introduce you a new character here. Ta-da! This here is called Blue Lobster. Blue Lobster. See it, Blue Lobster? Now, this here is Amhumar Lobster. See him? It's a lobster. It's a Nova Scotia. Maine has great lobsters, but Nova Scotia has beautiful lobsters, and lots of beautiful lobsters on the North Atlantic and the coast of Maine, through Bay of Fundy and coast of Nova Scotia, Cape Breton Island, some in Newfoundland, around PI, New Brunswick. This is lobster. Years ago, I'm going to set Mr. Lobster here for a second. Years ago, lobster was considered a poor man's food. It was used I know somebody that she helped out a family when the mother went to the hospital to have another lovely baby. And she come home and said, Mom, I'd eat lobster all week. That's all they fed me was lobster. And lobster was the main course, the protein. Says, dear, said their dear little daughter, dear, I want you to recognize there are poor people, and that's all they had to feed you. So we wouldn't mind being fed lobster ourselves nowadays. And it was a case of the prisoners in Pictou County Jail. They went on some sort of strike or something, protest, and they made a compromise that the jailer could, on us back in the 30s, pre-World War II, could only feed them lobster twice a week. Tough! Only feed them lobster twice a week. So, with that, there's lots of stuff to give thanks for this Thanksgiving. Lots of stuff. They take, I have a quick little one here. Tell the one about the game warden in Interior BC around U.S. Thanksgiving. This is a true story. Buddy of mine, him and his wife were down here serving a mission in a church, and he worked for a large lumber company in Interior BC, in northern BC. And he stopped at this roadside cafe to have their lunch sandwich and a glass of milk or tea or coffee or whatever. And his buddy was there, game warden. He said, no, I stopped somebody today, and it was inland. It was inland in the 250 area BC. And they got this guy, said, what are we hunting? Well, we're hunting ducks. Thanksgiving's coming up. And so can I see them? And say, what? Walked around outside the truck, and they moved to tarpaulin, and he seen him, and he says, there's a bag limit here. There's a bag limit. I think it was something like they're allowed 5 each. And he said one had 7 and one had 6. And he said, how about if I take 2 of yours with the 7, you'll have 5, and buddy, your pal there has 6, I'll take 1 of his, and I'll have it with my family. And that's fine. There's no ticket involved in case anybody else stops you that's not as kindly as me. And he says, he said to his buddy at the roadside diner, he said, I didn't have the heart to tell them, because he thought it was funny to have ducks this far in Interior BC. He said they had, they shot? I think it was seagulls. Apparently seagulls can go way inland if there's garbage or food or farms around and something like that there. I didn't have the heart to tell them they had seagulls and not ducks. Anyway, this is Thanksgiving. I did a video just a week ago on Chief Massachusetts. Chief Massachusetts. That's been the name Massachusetts gets his name. Here's the gentleman here, Chief Massachusetts. And they brought corn and squash and taught the pilgrims about, and they survived the winter, taking those little red berries, those rosebuds, they call them, and wild roses, and boil them in water, making some sort of tea, and it gave them vitamin C to ward off scurvy. So we have a debt of gratitude to Chief Massachusetts and his fine folks, his band of early day pilgrims. And so this year is the 400th. Anybody follow me would know it's the 400th anniversary of the arrival of the pilgrims would have been Saturday, 3 days past, going backwards from Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday. So, again, 3 days past would have been the 400th anniversary of the pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts. So to take we have a lot to be thankful for. Is everything perfect? No, but we thank God for good health. We thank God sometimes for stuff we don't have. We thank God for all kinds of things. And above all, thanksgiving, it's right in the word. Thanksgiving is giving. Giving thanks. Giving. Thanksgiving. I go back to where we started. Thanksgiving. With that, I want to wish you all a happy, holy, peaceful Thanksgiving to everybody. From Key West to Deer Isle, Maine, from the Puget Sound to down in the San Diego, Baja California, Mexican border, to Hawaii, to Puerto Rico, American Samoa, Guam, to the folks up in Alaska. We wish each and every one of you folks a happy, holy, peaceful Thanksgiving. Enjoy yourselves. As President Trump says, don't let coronavirus run your life or ruin your life. I'm going to add that. He says, don't let coronavirus run your life or ruin your life. With that, I got to go. I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. Spread this video around. Share it on the internet, YouTube, Facebook, all these different social media apps, and tell people about it. And above all, again, I repeat, have a happy, holy, peaceful Thanksgiving. Until next time, this is John Pettyboss signing off at just after 6 o'clock in the evening on Tuesday evening, the 24th day of November, wishing each and every one of you all the best and God bless. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Bye for now.